Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 5th round of the World Racing League Pacific Championship. This is the Spanish Grand Prix, and this is qualifying, the 4th consecutive pole lap for the Ferrari, and I won't commentate over it.
We're close to using the load. Pit in within 2 laps.
As you can see, not much room for improvement on that lap. That beat all my practice times, so I was pretty happy with that. The maximum out of the car.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
Unfortunately for Senna and Sniggers Bud, they disconnected from this, rejoined and then disconnected again, so they were unable to take part in the race. Zenith took the 2nd position on the grid. Another solid effort from him. He'll have the pace to challenge for a win in this race, I'd imagine. Guess we'll see that now. Got Bungie and Tyler on the 2nd row of the grid. They should be challenging as well. Very good drivers. Lights are about to go out, and off we go. Senna seems to bog down. Bungie gets past him straight away. We had the long run down to turn 1, and they're actually catching back up. Possibly in the slipstream, possibly with a bit more curves used than me. I get to turn 1, and Zenith is wiped out. Not entirely sure what happened there. Possibly lag. Not entirely sure again. A couple of cars off as well. Mr. Bungie made it to 2nd position. Pit at the end of lap 4 on a 4-stop strategy, which proves to be a mistake. Had eked out about a 4-second lead though, so it looked good at this point. Came out in front of the Red Bull of Zenith, who seemed to have had that trouble at turn 1. And I didn't have to make any overtakes because I came out in pretty clean air and everyone pitted between that lap and here we are lap 8. Apart from Danny, who started on the prime tyre and allows me to pass knowing that I'm on a quicker set of tyres at the moment due to the wear she's suffering at the moment. Smart decision from her, and I make it to lap 12 before I make my 2nd pit stop. At this point, the gap's about 6.8 seconds, I think. Put on another set of primes. Going to use 4 sets of primes in this race, so I can get a lot further than the option tyre. And again, we come out right near in a car, and it's Zenith again. I decide to leave him lots of room on the outside, so there's no contact. And he passes me on the curb. I thought he might get a penalty for that, but in-game penalty that is, but apparently he didn't. I went for a pass here, there's a bit of lag there. He just completely chops me off there, taking away my line, but that's alright. I sort of backed out of it, there was no harm done. I thought I might be able to get him in this next DRS zone into the hairpin, because otherwise this would hold us up a lot, and I showed you to try and stay ahead of Tyler. I'm going to make the inside there, but it chops me off again, then brake test me on the apex. Apparently I caused that collision, even though I backed out of it. So we'll have to try and catch up again, we do. Setting Pebble first sector, try and get past. No chance with DRS, because he seems to have very, very low downforce, although I do too, which is weird. And again, go for a move, but get chopped off. Get back past Danny, who again I think is on much worse off tyres than I am. That incident with Zenith cost me about 7 seconds. That gap will come into play towards the end of the race, so I try to catch up with a couple of fastest laps. We catch Afro He was about to make a pit stop himself. Don't really want to go for a move here. I think he's going to pit at the end of this lap. Brakes very early. I don't touch him there, but he goes a bit wide, and I go through. Now I know that was lag, having seen his footage, but I really didn't think I touched him. I thought he just ran wide at that point. He pit at the end of that lap anyway, I think. Making another pit stop, and that's Bungie coming down the main straight. I'm going to rejoin just in front of him. Sorry, that's Afro. So despite the undercut, we managed to stay in front of Afro, and we held that position through these next set of corners, but he's very close and attacking my gearbox. Fortunately for us, we have enough pace to stay just in front. At this point I need to catch up to Tyler, who benefited from my spin with involving Zenith, and I'm trying to catch up with some fastest laps. I take the lead, but of course I need to do one more pit stop. And this is that pit stop, putting on the prime tyre. Interesting to see where we rejoin. We come out 4th, but Bungie's going to go past us and we're down to 5th. Zenith is setting off after Tyler, after his early commotion, so that's a great recovery from Zenith. And here I'm going to try and pass Bungie, but there's a bit of lateral lag, and then he comes across the screen, and oh god. That was slightly scary, but no contact, so we're alright. And we're up to a podium position with 6 laps to go. And now there's just a couple of laps to go, and Zenith completely cuts that chicane in order to get a good run on Tyler. You get the DRS down here. I wonder if he would have been close enough if he hadn't have cut that corner. He goes on the grass there to pass and gets the move done. And Tyler's been leading most of the race after that spin I had. Probably won't be too happy with that. And here we are on the last lap, and I'm thinking about getting Tyler. He's been on those tyres for much longer than I have. I go for a move at turn 5 and pull out of it because I go wide to try and avoid him. He gets a bit sideways there. I get a bit sideways on the exit. I haven't passed him yet. On our way down to the next turn. Take the inside line, get a bit of gravel there. Just managed to stay in front. And there's just one more passing opportunity for Tyler. It'll be at this hairpin coming up. See what happens. I got a pretty decent gap on there. Take the in. Oh, he's charged down the inside and pushed me wide. And oh dear. Well, I wasn't even back on the track and I'd already spun out, so that's pretty unfortunate. It doesn't look like he's going to redress for that. He did dive on me at that turn, and I had that inside line. Chose it way before he ended up down my inside, so it's an interesting move. And we're just going to close to the line now. Zenith takes the win. Tyler will come 2nd, and I'll come 3rd on the provisional standings, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of investigations after this race. Afro and Bungie complete the top 5. They stand to make some gains if there are penalties to the top 3. And there's Zenith celebrating his provisional win. And we'll see you next time, guys, in Monaco. I've been Jacko.